I toss and turn, I keep stressing my mind. I look for peace, but see, I don't.
Hello, all you beautiful people. This is the Danimal Weekly number 2. Originally, this video was going to be about CrossFit. I have since changed my mind since last night and recorded that video. I'm going to save that for another time. Instead, though, what I wanted to talk about, something that a lot of people that hasn't been brought up, and I think it's really important for anyone that's involved in the sort of like strength training internet scene or community or whatever you want to call that, is that there are a lot of forums and websites that sort of condone this nonsensical forum war argument type deal, where people, you have like these keyboard samurais that just sit there all day and they have like 10,000 posts and all they do is argue on the internet. And I used to do this too. I'm guilty of this. A few years ago, up until recently, up until this past year, I used to be guilty of this as well. And I've slowly started to change my habits, and I've realized that it would seem profound to me when I first realized it, that like you can't win an argument, particularly on the internet. So if you just take example in real life, if you're having an argument with an individual, and let's say you prove that the other person is wrong, you have some sort of irrefutable piece of evidence that just shows that their position is incorrect, you still haven't won the argument. Which everybody's like, what? No, like you did. Yeah, okay, but think about it. So you get this self-satisfaction out of like proving someone wrong, this person wrong, but what did you gain from that? You made the other person feel awful. You made them look stupid, and you didn't let them save any face. And you didn't make any friends. You're not gonna become more successful in business or in life or in relationships arguing with people. It never does any good. That being said, like there's room for intelligent discussion. If you're with someone you respect and having a good conversation and discussion on something, that's one thing, and that can be very valuable. But an argument where it's basically just like a dick measuring contest on who can prove the other wrong, and there's nothing to be gained from that in business or relationships. It's just either way. If you're right, if you win the argument, you still lost because you lost a friend and you lost a business partner and you lost someone that will support you. And if you lose the argument, you lost too. So it's like either way, you're screwed. So the best way to win an argument is to not get in an argument. I honestly believe that. If you can go about it in a more diplomatic manner and be more intelligent about the way you get your points across, there's much better ways to get people to win them to your way of thinking. So this kind of gets back to the whole forum posts and these wars that go on certain forums and websites about stupid things. Like, people will sit there all day talk about the hip position and the starting position of a deadlift, or on 70s Big, there's just a post on sort of the pros and cons of the different positions of the bar and the back squat, high bar versus low bar. And anyone that spends times on forums debating these types of things would be so much better served putting that time into something constructive. I don't even care what it is. If you want to start a website, or I don't care, spend time with your kids or your family, your wife, girlfriend, whatever. I don't do anything else other than arguing. It is so fruitless. It is the most fruitless exercise. It is the best exercise in futility. You will get nowhere. You won't get any smarter. You won't win any arguments. If it's impossible to win an argument in real life, imagine how hard it is to win an argument on the internet or on Facebook. It is impossible. Because, like I said, even if you win somehow, even though that's basically impossible on the internet to win this argument, you still haven't made any friends, and you're not going to better yourself in any aspect of your life. You're just making yourself look like a douche. So, and this sort of plays in. So I would just avoid those websites. Don't post on them. You can visit them if you want. Just check out what kind of information is going on, but definitely don't contribute to any sort of nonsensical arguments. That being said, though, I would encourage you to support and to contribute to websites that have like a very good community, that are like sort of have open-ended discussions that are very civil and intelligent, and they actually there's some benefit to. I'm a big fan of that. Like, I contribute on a bunch of websites, and it's all good in good fun. It's entertaining, and you just make some nice relationships over the internet, which sounds kind of silly, I know, but it's true. If you're really nice to some people on the internet and you build yourself a reputation on websites for being really helpful, it can be useful in life. So I would encourage you to contribute to those sorts of sites, but do not get caught into this trap of contributing to this nonsense that is these forum and comment wars on Facebook too. On Facebook, if you spend any significant amount of time on Facebook, replying, having like comment wars, I know, I've done it. You're just wasting your time. Truly successful people do not have time to do these types of things. If you are just out there kicking ass in life and you are just taking names and just getting things done and fulfilling your dreams, you don't have time to do these types of things. There's people I recently met, if you're familiar at all with Johnny Payne. The dude is so busy and successful, he has no time to respond to any form of criticism or argument sort of inciting posts. He doesn't do it. He'll never, you could say whatever you want and critique any sort of his programs or whatever you want, and he'll never respond to you because he just has so much better things going on in his life, which is just, and I think there's a lot of truth to that. Forget about everybody else. You need to, particularly on the internet, and just sort of do your own thing, honestly. And this plays into one more quick point. I'll probably do a whole video on this in another time, but just avoiding negative people. I'm trying to make an active effort in my life, and I think I would encourage everybody to do the same, to just find people that are extremely passionate and driven and surround yourself by them. I've always struggled, like I just don't have a lot of extremely passionate and driven people around me. So, and I see there's tremendous benefit. It rubs off on you. If you're around passionate and driven people that have dreams and are always pushing themselves towards success in whatever, you'll do better. Same thing goes in the gym. If you surround yourself with training partners that are pushing themselves and trying to excel, you are going to get some of that benefit. So that's why people that have competitions in the gym and have a good support group of people that are also pushing themselves always do better than the guy training alone, 9 times out of 10. So I'd encourage you, surround yourself by passionate and driven people. Don't get into fruitless arguments or anything to that extent. Avoid any sort of forums that encourage that type of thing. And but have fun on the internet, you know. I love the internet. I'm a huge gamer. I'm a pretty hardcore gamer. I love it. And in that sort of scene, it's really common to get into a lot of nonsensical arguments. And it's kind of all in good fun. It's more acceptable there. But again, it's still a waste of time. Arguing on like video game forums or in video games like on Xbox Live or on whatever, StarCraft 2 is just total waste of time. So avoid that there too. But just enjoy it. Just have fun. Try to help people. And just try to contribute and be understanding. I think you will just try it. Try avoiding these arguments to see if your quality of life improves. I think it will dramatically. Thanks, everybody. This one's going to end a little short of 10 minutes, which is good. I'm going to cut these down just a little bit. But check out the second article. It's up, Eating on the Night Shift. It's pretty good. I had a specific request for that. Somebody asked me a question about some suggestions for eating a good diet while working a night shift. So I've covered it. If you are working the night shift, or if you have spent a good deal of time at work and you need to eat a lot because you're looking to mass gain, should be some useful information there. So check it out. Thanks for checking out this video. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Slow-mo when the tempo slows up and creates that new